So welcome back to a mini Nintendo Direct that nobody saw coming. I had no idea. There was a lot of rumors that there was going to be another Nintendo Direct. Nobody knew exactly what it was. People were leaking things online and it was wrong, and we never had the exact dates of when this was going to happen. And then all of a sudden it just happens, and I was like, wow, they didn't give us any, notions that this was coming out. They didn't say, hey, don't worry, this is going to be out in 3 days so you can prepare. We had no idea. And to be honest with you, I really enjoyed it that I didn't know what was coming out and what day this was going to drop. So it was a bit of a surprise, and I've written a list out of all the games that they mentioned and some of the big surprises. Look at the shirt I'm wearing. I did not see this one coming, but we'll get into this. The first one is The World Ends With You Final Remix. Now, before you say, what the heck is that game? A lot of people don't know, and a lot of people love this game. Here it is. It was released on the Nintendo DS by Square Enix years ago, and a friend of mine, Derek, sent this to me, and he was preaching to me how incredible the game is and how I had to play it. And I think a lot of people who have played this game think it is absolutely amazing. And guess what I did? I didn't play it. And I still regret it to this day. It's always been sitting on the shelf, and I'm like, man, I should really do this game, and I never have. So they're doing a remastered version on the Nintendo Switch. And it looks pretty good. It looks kind of interesting. It kind of came out of nowhere. I was like, wow, but it's nice to see Square Enix support for the Nintendo Switch this way. I'm very happy about that. Next up, Pokken Tournament DX Battle Pack. And they're adding some new characters. I played the game in the summer, and I was kind of pleasantly surprised by it. I never played it on the Wii U, and so I guess there's some DLC to add some new characters. I don't know if I'm going to get that myself. The core game for me was, I think I was fine with that. But for anybody who wants more characters are coming. Kirby Star Allies is coming this March 16th. And boy, does that ever look good. And I'm not the biggest Kirby fan. I like the character quite a lot, but I wouldn't say I'm a Kirby expert or I played all the Kirby games. I played some of them back in the day, and I enjoyed them, but this new one looks phenomenal, so I will definitely give this game a go. Now, one of Kim's favorite games from a few years ago, Dragon Quest Builders, is coming to Nintendo Switch. There is a demo available today, so that's kind of cool. Now, it looked like with this Nintendo Direct, they're bringing a lot of Wii U games to the Switch and enhancing them in some small ways and in some games, some bigger ways. This game right here, Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U, was a very cool game. I really enjoyed it. One of my friends, Greg, is going to flip out when he hears this news. He's going to lose his crap because he loved the game. He spent like so many hours playing it. So Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition is coming, and it's combining all of the DLC and all of the characters into one game. I think, this is off the top of my head, I think it was like 29 playable characters. And it looks really good. And just to think, I often say this, I'll never get away from saying this, because this is such an unusual, interesting console. It is so cool to be able to take it from the TV and just take it with you. It's really living up to that in my mind, and every review I do of a Nintendo Switch game, I'm always like, it's so cool how you can play on the TV and take it with you. I'll never stop saying that. It's such a neat thing, and I'm happy to see this game get a port over to the Switch. I'm happy that a lot of games are getting Switch ports, and we're getting a really definitive collection on a really good system, and a system that's doing extremely well. Mario Tennis Access is coming out. And I used to love playing Mario Tennis back in the day. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. I don't think I bragged about it too loudly, like, ooh, I love Mario Tennis, but I did. And the thing that this game looks kind of cool about is that there's a story mode that you can go through. And I was looking at it, and I was like, God, this looks really, really cool. So that is an unexpected game. It's not completely crazy. You expect them to always bring out the Mario Tennis games, like Mario Football or something like that, It's not completely out of the realm of what we were expecting, but still pretty awesome. Now, here is the game that I am absolutely thrilled. There's another game that later on I'm going to talk about how thrilled I am, but this game I'm thrilled about. Ys 8. Ys goddamn 8 is coming to Nintendo Switch. I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled for people who own a Nintendo Switch that maybe don't play on the PS4 or who have never played an Ys game before. I'm so thrilled that this game is coming out, that you guys can try this out. If you like action RPGs, if you like a kind of like a Zelda style game, you're really going to enjoy this quite a lot. I reviewed it in the summertime, and this game was fan-freaking-tastic. Honestly, it's, as I said, I hate to say it, and I hate using the term, it was a bit of a hidden gem that came out in 2017 that I think a lot more people need to play. And to get this game coming on Nintendo Switch is very, very exciting, and I'm super thrilled. I had to put them on my shirt today, and I'm like, yeah, I have to pimp this game for sure. Now, this may be a trend for a while. Mario Odyssey is getting an update. I can't wait to get some real big DLC in the future, but you can get some new outfits, right? We knew that was going to happen. Some new outfits, but there's also like a balloon speed run where you can like go around and collect balloons from crazy places and try to beat your friends and things like that. So that's kind of cool. Now I'm going to have to read this one because it's so unusual, and I was like, what is this? I was kind of more surprised that we weren't getting a full-on King of Fighters game, and they're just kind of giving us this smaller type of game with just the female characters from SNK. It's called SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. So you can use all of the female characters from the SNK series. Like one of my favorites is Athena, and you're going to do like a little battle royale and upgrade your equipment, like your outfits and stuff like that. And I was just kind of like, what? This is its own standalone game? I'm still trying to wrap my head around this game. Mario and Rabbids is getting a new update. They're getting Donkey Kong, and that kind of works for that world. I'm not a huge fan of Mario and Rabbids. I'm not like, you know, really, really hardcore about it, but a lot of people are, and I think having Donkey Kong in it just kind of makes sense for all these kind of crazy characters. Throw Donkey Kong in there, that's brilliant. February 27th, Payday 2 is coming out. I'm not a huge fan of that. I remember I bought it for Kim's dad a couple of years ago. I don't know if he liked it that much though, but it is coming out in February, and they showed a lot of indie games. That looked really, really cool. The Nintendo Switch has a lot of indie games on it, and that's wonderful. That really is. There's some real treasures out there. They have Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is coming May 4th. May the 4th be with you. But here's the thing about this. My God, we picked up this game on the Wii U a bunch of years ago. Kim fell in love with this, and I had my friend Hanzo over from Germany, and I have such good memories of us sitting all on the couch playing this game, them screaming and swearing at some of the levels because they were getting so frustrated because they were playing it together, and it was really a lot of fun. So to know there's a new, kind of an updated version of that coming on the Switch is awesome, and I think a lot of people missed out on it in the Wii U. It's got a little bit difficult at times, but it's a lot of fun. A side view, a Donkey Kong game. I mean, like, that's awesome. Now we get into it. We're gonna get into this. This shocked me, and I wish I could have filmed my take of it the first time. But I was sitting drinking my tea, watching it, and I'm like, we're going along. We see a little fire. I'm like, no. I'm like, what? What the hell? I'm like, Dark Souls Remastered, coming May 25th this year. I don't know a lot about it. It was just basically a title screen. I was like, this is awesome. So now I can take my Nintendo Switch to a forest and have my ass kicked. You know what I mean? That's cool. I really like the idea of Dark Souls on the Switch. That's great. That's really, really great. I'm so happy so many companies are porting their games to the Switch. And sure, a lot of them are older titles like Doom and Skyrim, but I'm still happy to see them all in one place. I really like the Nintendo Switch machine. I think it's really a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it so far. Last year was insane for titles, and this was just a mini direct showing a few of the games coming out. I wonder what other secrets that Nintendo has for the rest of the year. I'm really looking forward to that. And I have a video coming out on Sunday talking about my favorite games I'm looking forward to in 2018. I filmed it when I was kind of sick. My voice was kind of crap, but I have to completely redo the entire Nintendo section because most of these games didn't exist for the rest of the year at this point. I had no idea they were coming out until today. So what did you guys think of the Nintendo Direct? Did it excite you? Were you like, meh? Or were you like, oh my God, we can, Dark Souls Remastered, we're getting Ys 8. Ys 8 was like, I'm so thrilled about that one. That is absolutely awesome. So, guys, I can't believe it. It was a cool little surprise this morning, and I just want to come in and give my 2 cents about it. So, anyways, guys, until next time.